This is gonna be a long one, so let's just do it.
Oh, yes. And we are back for the final episode.
Anyway,
Not
the
the
whole
final
point of my Moon Knight
episode.
thing was it's like a trade paperback of the first five issues, right? And I don't rightly understand what's going on until like the last 5 pages, and then I'm just like, oh, that makes sense. That was worth, you know, like 100 pages of being left in the dark, being completely confused.
That was almost a fist bump. Get it?
Yeah, they do that a few times. It also seems kind of dumb to do it that way, though, because if you make, like, the first several issues incomprehensible, there's gonna be some people who's like, well, what's going on? And they'll stick around to find out, but there's other people who's gonna be like, I don't fucking know what's happening.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna, you know, quit buying this series. Then again, I think most people who read Moon Knight know that he's fucking nuts.
That means the Phantom Ruby no
That's kind of his whole thing. Like, nobody even knows if he has superpowers or if it's just all in his head.
That's good deduction, Tails.
Oh, I also love how they did that thing that I said I'd be impressed if they did earlier.
What?
Where they're like, oh, you blew up my power source, but I had a second power source. It's right down there. And then you go and blow it up, and he's like, by the way, I had a third power source. It's on the mech, so, you know.
Yo, I got the edgy shoes, so, you know, theoretically I should win.
Let's get him.
The subtitle said them, the audio said
Hmm.
Which is it?
I don't know.
Do I need to start only watching subbed Sonic, not dubbed
This
Sonic?
boss fight was a little disappointing.
Why, is he easy?
No, they don't do what they do in most other Sonic games,
Phantom Ruby.
where they,
Okay, over here. Where did... Oh, I'm going.
you know, where they play the main, like, rockin' theme during it.
Oh, and then you're all like, yeah, this is my moment.
You're all like, thunder, rain, and lightning, danger, water rising,
What is that
living and learning.
Oh, wait, is that this one?
No. Thunder, yeah, Open Your Heart, the Thunder, you know, Rain and Lightning, that one that I was singing first, that's like the first Sonic Adventure game.
Can I hit those back?
Yeah, that's the point.
Okay.
You bounce them. I think you need 6 hits on this form. Spoiler.
Oh, man.
But, you know, like, it's, Open Your Heart, like, the rockin' theme for, Adventure, right?
Oh, does it not count because I missed it that third time?
Oh, no. His life is going down, don't worry.
Oh, okay. So I can just ping pong him, though.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely.
Ganondorf taught me how to live life. Man, ow. Screw you. Wait, is it going the other way now?
Oh, yeah, he's pretty pissed. He's not happy. Ooh, rings. I don't know how.
Whoa!
But yeah, let's see. What were like the really rad themes?
I was ready to wake up to
Live and learn. And in Sonic Heroes, while it wasn't like the main theme, they just like, that was actually a nice surprise. I'm like, oh, are they gonna like sing Sonic Heroes for this?
Wait, that was above me. What the heck? It was like
It's
really high.
depth perception is weird in this. That's why you get multiple shots with multiple rings. Okay. But you know, what was it? What I'm Made Of was for Sonic Heroes, which that was like, I think that boss battle was like the first time you heard that theme, so it was actually a really nice little surprise.
Live and learn. That one was pretty rad.
Oh yeah, like especially because I think that was like the first time you heard the vocal version of it.
Yeah, before it was always like.
And
And that time I left for
and you're like, oh hey, that's a pretty cool. You're like, that's a pretty cool whatchamacallit, opening menu, and then you get to the end and you're like, dude, this was a whole awesome song, and then you're like, yeah, I'm gonna pop that lizard's warts in space. Fuck yeah.
Spoiler alert.
I think everybody knows by now that you pop lizard, like, if anybody cares, they should probably know by now.
Who knows I can do this?
Huh. You might be supposed to be using the purple one.
Why?
Because it gave you the purple thing there.
It always wants me to use... Wait, the purple one or, like, the blue one? Blue, like, asteroid or whatever?
Probably the asteroid. Yeah, see,
yeah,
it's like
blue
right there.
asteroid. Freaking, they want me to use that every level, and screw them. Am I doing damage?
Like, little by little, I would honestly just shoot him and let the damage pile on. Okay, remind me to warn you when you get to, like, the third part.
Why?
Well, like, the third part of this, anyway. Yeah, see, it just chews away at him when you do this.
Huh. That's nifty. 50. United States from 13 original colonies. Hey! Shout 'em, spout 'em, tell all about 'em, one by one till we've given a name to every
Okay, there's gonna be
state
a point when
in the
he plops his fist
USA.
down, and it's gonna do that.
Well, screw you. That was freaking...
You're
That's
at least saved at the second part, so it's not all that bad.
It's just kind of like, screw you.
Yeah, there was like several times I knew it was coming, and he still just kind of like popped it under me.
It's just kind of like, yeah, half the stage is just gone.
Not half the stage, but it is more than it really should be, given that this is already pretty limited.
That's an attractive sound effect.
Hey, I was playing a game.
Burn, 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 burn,
I was playing a game last night, well, like a few nights ago, and like one of the final like levels I had to do, it was over like a pit of lava, and it was just like dickishly a pain in the ass, right?
Oh, is he gonna do it now?
Yeah, I'd stand further back.
Whoa, does he do it at the same spot every time, or does
No,
I thought,
no,
oh.
near you. Anyway,
Yes.
but if you're too far back, he won't be able to get you.
No, stop that! I will send you to bed without supper, mister. I'm running out of land. Please, just...
But yeah.
No! No!
Lava, do you understand? Lava. Do you know what lava sounds like, boiling lava, at least in video games? It sounds like somebody slurping soup. I turned the fucking sound off of the game because it was that obnoxious. I'm just like, I'm not listening to this. I think I had another, like, some other game's soundtrack playing on my computer, like, right beside me because I was just done.
I keep trying to bait it out, and then it kills me.
Yeah, it's done that to you once. I wouldn't say keep on doing it.
Well, it does it. It does it. I don't want to see your freaking face. Just scream.
Rookie, I know you can do this.
Don't call me rookie. I've done more than all of you combined. So how about
You don't know because it doesn't show what they're doing. It would have been so cool.
Can I attack his core? Because it showed lock on.
Yeah, you can. I think it does like the same amount of damage.
That's kind of dumb. Why?
It is. It seems like it should be like, oh, well, shoot this and then shoot that. But it's like, no, you can just shoot his fist and that'll like break the whole robot.
Yes, because when I stub my toe, it's just like, I can't move.
Well, I mean, if you stub your toe enough times in a row, then yeah, no, you're like, the entire body just comes apart.
Just hold it down for a few more seconds and I can kill you, please. Just no!
Wow, you like barely escaped that. You were on like the edge. Three laser shots.
Do it!
Yeah, he fucking will.
Whoa, I can...
Come on, baby.
Do the locomotion, come on! No! I was so...
Move.
I have nowhere to go!
To the left. Some of the stage came back. Oh shit. Oh my gosh. Wow, that was a dodge if I have ever seen one in my life.
Oh, I can kill him. I can kill him. I can do this! I've trained my whole life. Yes! He down! Okay, what do you have to warn me about the third part?
Oh, it's pretty straightforward.
You said warn me of the third part.
Literally, no, I meant the third part after, like, the third hit on this guy when he did the pow and, like, smashed the stage, because that fucked me up. I would say this is literally straightforward.
He's having a heart attack. What the heck is that thing? What the heck is that thing?
I don't really know. It's like his squid pod.
This is my true form, a much smaller, less intimidating fellow. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah,
Warn
when I
me.
said, like...
Warn me before you take me to, like, your mind zone that's not too
I
great.
freaking told you it was literally straightforward. Jeez, what did you think I meant by literally straightforward? And it's like the other bosses where you gotta, like, charge them.
Oh.
And you gotta be all, like, Supersonic Racing. Yeah, you're using L and R for this, right?
What the heck are you
Whoa,
talking
you got a targeting. Go.
No, I'm not using L and R. I'm using, like...
L and R will shift you back and forth in between the rails easier. Oh, Sonic got him, and now Little Sonic got him, and now...
That one guy.
You know, the Buddy. The guy that you gave a stupid name to. In Sonic Lost Worlds, wasn't there, like, specifically a part where you had to, like, jump rope lasers in the final boss?
Kind of. He had, like, he put his hands together, and it killed you. If
Oh, yeah,
you
he did-
didn't time it exactly right.
Yeah, he did that, and then he did, like, the jump... Yeah, he did claps, and he did, the jump lasers. Hit him! Hit him!
Hit him with what?
Hit him
Oh.
with the same thing you've been able to hit him with, like, every time that's popped up.
I need coins.
You need rangs.
Don't sass me, okay? I can live my life. Oh. Yes! No, I grabbed him! Oh, now I gotta... He takes so many hits for a weird thing.
Sam, you do realize this is, like, the final boss?
Go for it, Sonic.
Punch him in the dick, Sonic! I believe in you, Sonic! I believed in you too much, Sonic!
Yeah, don't believe in me. That's just gonna make me worse.
Guess Amy Rose will have to take care of this, bitch.
She can't do Jack Diddley.
I don't think she's as worthless as what you think she is. I think...
When does she do things? She does things like twice in her life, and she does not do
It
well
really
at them.
depends on the game. Like, she did okay for herself in Heroes. Like, story, you know, like, while she wasn't playable, except in multiplayer and Adventure 2, she did help break Sonic out of jail, and...
Yeah, but Tails could have done it.
And did also convince, you know, Shadow to not blow up the Earth, which was kind of important.
That's just because she's a girl. Shadow likes girls.
No, Shadow's pretty gay.
I don't need your coins. I need your freaking...
I think you need your coins.
Now I do. What the? I grabbed one.
Your depth perception is very weird in this, okay?
I, like, grabbed one, and then a guy came up to me, and he was like, no, that's mine.
But yeah, you know, it's just whatever. So she did...
Give her it's Manic. Oh, I apparently missed every single ring.
And I think she
That's
did help
good.
in, whatchamacallit, like Adventure, even though I watched Mike play Adventure. I have never actually played Adventure myself.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I've never played the first Adventure.
I
Mike...
played it, and then I got really annoyed because I had to do the Big the Cat part. You do not know how awful that is until you play it
I mean,
yourself.
I've seen it, and I can only imagine that it is, like, not a
the
good time.
mechanics don't work. Like not only is it difficult, the mechanics don't work, and Froggy will sometimes bite on, and then he'll like instantly let go. He'll be like, "No, screw you! You're an abusive
Like,
owner."
that was one of those things that it could have been, like, a fun minigame for people who wanted to just have, like, a relaxing time. But instead, it's like, by forcing it in, it's like, hey, you know that game where you gotta go fast?
Freaking go slow and try to get
Stop.
this dumb guy.
Just stand here and try to place your line strategically and
Where
wait.
do I get my freaking Wisp? Because I need him.
Some of the bushes have them.
No, they don't! I've broken them and they're all just like, here, have 20 onion
Sam.
rings and 4 chicken nuggets.
I've won this boss battle before, I know.
Beat him.
Go for it, Sonic.
Screw you, lady.
Seriously, Knuckles, I will never be able to take you seriously with that voice. Never.
Come here. You're gonna get beaten up.
Yeah, you can, like, right now.
I jump and he doesn't do it. Ugh, freaking kill that guy. He's a butthole anyways. How many times do I gotta do this? I gotta do this like 17 times, and then he'll be happy. He'll be like, yeah, I guess you screwed me up pretty bad.
Yeah, sure. Kind of hope this game does well, because I'd like to see another... I mean, they're gonna make another 3D Sonic game, but specifically like the Avatar thing I thought was really neat.
Jeez, you're one of the problems with Sonic. Jeez, one of the OC makers. Jeez.
Actually, I'm typically not into that for this sort... Well, I shouldn't say that. I once made my own custom NetNavi, but... Like, the whole... With Sonic, at least, I don't really get the appeal, but it was fun in this.
I like my Birdman. He's a pretty neat Birdman.
Like, I saw somebody else very sarcastically try and make an exact copy of Sonic, but it didn't, you know, he couldn't quite do it. So, I mean, you know, there wasn't, like, a way to just be like, this is Nega Sonic, he's Sonic only green, and he's, like, made of Scourge the Hedgehog. They couldn't just make Scourge the Hedgehog and, like, make bad fanfic Sonic.
You know, Scourge was kind of cool on the one comic. That's another one Archie did a good job with. Wow, the heck do I dodge that? He's just like,
you moved.
I
You moved slightly to the side.
I moved to the side, and then there was another fist waiting for me.
You gotta keep moving. You gotta go fast.
You know, this would be easy if I was like this boss, and I was like, I take 40 billion hits. Freaking screw your attacks.
I enjoyed this.
Freaking screw your attacks.
I died maybe once.
This is not nearly as fun. Lost World, I feel like, had a much funner boss, and freaking
You say
Colors
that, but
had
I,
a-
like, watched you play that, and you're like, oh my gosh, this
It
asshole.
was annoying before you know his pattern.
Well, maybe you just don't know his patterns yet. I really enjoy this. I have a good time with
I
it.
have a freaking double jump?
Dude, you've used it several times.
Oh,
Like, on this boss battle in particular.
watch, I can be all like bone.
There's, like, been several times I'm like, oh, I forgot about the double jump. That would have been helpful for dodging the jump ropes. Because I just did it without, I think, for the most part.
Well, aren't you just great at Sonic?
If I were great at Sonic, I wouldn't forget that I had a double jump. I meant more that I got hit a lot more, and then I had to be like, very carefully, I cannot get hit until I find more rings. And then I was like, oh gosh! I got my safety net back.
You wouldn't been able to beat Lost World then, because you have to use your double jump to get past that thing. Because
I
you have to
probably
time it
would've-
right at the peak of the jump.
I probably would remember it eventually. I'd be
You
like,
have to
oh.
time the jump, and then you have to use your double jump like right at the peak if you want to be able to actually dodge his stuff. He's a difficult man to fight. But he's also funner than this. This is like almost the same things he does, but not quite as good.
Sam, you have your OC
Jeez.
here. That's pretty cool.
He does absolutely nothing.
They each hit one.
Yeah, he hits like the little guy who's doing absolutely nothing besides being like, bah!
Oh, are you gonna say that little boy Sonic's not doing anything?
No, he's not. He's freaking just here for the ride. He doesn't need to be here.
I think it's neat.
I mean, it's kind of neat, but you can't say they're being super useful.
Sam, it's still better than Sonic Heroes when you fought Metal Sonic and Sonic go like super metal, like Ultimate Overlord or whatever they freaking called it. Metal Overlord, I think. Where you fought like the ultimate Metal Sonic and, you know, it's like Sonic goes super, puts Tails and Knuckles into a bubble, and his whole plan of attack is get enough rings so that he can use his super attack, which involves firing Sonic and, you know, Knuckles and Tails like they're freaking, you know, like rocket punches. Come to me!
So
Be
I have
my
to do
rocket
it one
punches.
more time.
I want to say yes. You're doing it! You're doing it! You're doing it! You're doing it! You're doing it!
It's a lot easier when instead of trying to like save my dash for a
No,
thing,
they want
I
you to
just,
use
like,
dash a
hold
lot
it
more in
on.
this. Oh no, he's got a sliver left. Whatever
This is
will
like
you
the
do?
fourth time you
Whatever
tried to pull this
will you
on
do?
me.
Whatever will you do? Whatever will you do? Oh, it's time for Ultimate Best
Why did
Friends.
we not do this from the start?
Because I think it'll do, like, damage, but you need to, like, weaken it enough first so that you can, you know, like, finish it.
So you have to like kick them in the kneecap so that way they can't defend their nuts when you go to kick
Yes, pretty much. Yeah, it's like you don't use your It's like if you use your ultimate attack and then you're like they survive it, you're like, well, fuck, that was the best I had. I'm awfully tired now. I can't do anything else.
them. Yes! Yes! But it's after the games. It doesn't matter anymore.
I think it does. I think there's a lot of replay with this.
But I mean, not on the channel. People don't get to see that.
Oh wow.
Whoa! I could be like Kamina. Okay.
It's Kamina, not Kamina.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
been
don't
saying
speak weeaboo.
Sam, if you watch enough of the anime he's from, I'd expect you to know it. It's like, there's this one guy I used to know that he would, like, I'd almost wonder if it was, like, frickin' on purpose pronounce things wrong. Like, one of the things is Code Geass. He would always call it Geis. And I'm like, well, maybe that's how it's pronounced in the Japanese, right? But no, then I, like, ended up watching, like, some of the stuff in Japanese later, because they came out with, like, movies. And I was, like, listening, I'm like, no, they still say Geass. There is no reason why you should be calling it Geis unless you were trying to piss me off.
I guess this is goodbye. He just like closes his eyes and like stabs him in the chest like, this is goodbye. I chose the other Sonic now that he's back.
I don't know, he seems like awfully emotional here. And that's like the other thing though, like Tails is here and he's just like the cheerleader. He's like, oh, I love you, little Sonic.
I do nothing.
Him again.
Like, it's really weird because Sonic's like, hey, I'm over here being best friends with, you know, original character. And Tails is just like, I'm following around this Sonic and telling him he's doing a good job and I really like him.
Whoa, it's Team Chaotix. It's Team... I don't know what they call themselves, but they do things.
What? Team Dark?
I don't think
Team
that's
Dark,
what they call
Team
themselves.
Chaotic. No, they absolutely do. They're
Not
called
in
Team
the
Dark.
comics, I didn't think they did.
I'm pretty sure that's like their code name. They're like, Team Dark. It's like, oh, well.
Oh, there was like a
Okay.
comic thing of them. It was weird. The like God of the Universe is like a panda, and like
God of the... I'm gonna like that one.
and they like kill him for his jewels or something. I forget. I can read it again and like give everybody like, okay, this is what happens with Panda God.
It's like, yeah,
Is
no,
this
that
important,
makes
or
sense.
is this just did credits? Jeez,
This
no
is
one
just
cares.
credits, but
Jeez.
there is a point, there's like an extra after the, there's a Marvel.
A Marvel? Oh, there's
Yeah, the
gonna
Marvel-
be like a
Marvel
cutscene where
movie.
it's like,
You'll be like, well, this is doing, it's not really a Marvel because it doesn't lead into the next thing. You'll see it. It's just kind of like, it's an actual, like, good ending in so much that they, you know, actually...
thank you, Taro Hino, for that title logo design. Thank you.
They wrap things up. It's not like, you know, with some games where like, well, we beat the bad guy, now everything is fine forever.
Havoc uses Havoc. Simply gone.
Anyway, I can either, you know, we can either continue talking or we can
Sega.
just cut this part out.
Shanghai Software.
Would you prefer to cut this part out?
Graphica.
Would you prefer to cut this part out, smartass?
No, we can leave these credits so they can
So we'll have
see-
like a 30-minute episode that is like 10 minutes credit. That's
Wait,
actually
the
that's fine
credits
with
are
me.
10 minutes?
They go on for longer than I thought they would. They go through this song and then they go through like the entirety of Fist Bump, which is like over 4 minutes long.
I could go like...
I think it's 4 minutes and 39 seconds for Fist Bump. I think that's what I saw when I continually watched it and rewatched it on YouTube.
I could go, like, make some Kraft mac and cheese, eat that Kraft mac and cheese, and then not sponsored! And then I
This
could...
movie is not sponsored by Disney. That is not the actual Death Star with the mustache. They could give the actual Death Star a mustache. That'd be cool.
I can't snap.
Hmm.
That's the closest thing I got to a snap.
Pokemon Snap?
I never beat that game.
Oh, I did.
Don't like it very much.
Oh, I love that game.
I always found it kind of boring. It was kind
That
of like,
is...
it's a rail shooter, but instead of shooting, you're shooting with your camera. You're just kind of like, hey, that's a nice picture of like a Geodude pooping rocks.
I mean, to some degree, I think like part of it was that you could go and like print out your stickers. Hey, it was like a big deal.
Stickers.
It was a big deal when we were like kids. It was like, oh my gosh, gotta go to like, it's like you get these cool things, and then you can like print out stickers. Only we couldn't because Mom and Dad would never taste freaking Blockbuster. But you know, you wanted like the best pick, and it was really cool. But you know, it was. I really enjoyed it. A lot of people really enjoyed it, so it's one of those like great mysteries as to why they've never made a sequel. Because there's like some games
it's one of
that
the games that won't like age well. I guess it is.
I don't know. I think they had like the perfect fucking chance to do it in like, you know, whatchamacallit.
Maybe if they would have done it like a few years
on the Wii U.
after. I don't know about the Wii U.
Dude, the Wii U would have been perfect because you could like go around on the screen and then lift up like your gamepad and use that to take pictures.
A better like DS game, almost like how there was Dream Radar. For those of you who play Dream Radar, hey.
No, screw Dream Radar.
You could like look around by using the gyroscope, and then you like
found Pokemon, took pictures of them, and then they're like, "Whoa!"
No, you shot them.
Whoa!
You have
what
like
if,
this laser gun, and you like shoot clouds.
What if we combined Insurgents and Pokemon Dream Radar, and made a bunch of money on mobile games? And it's like, okay, that's cool. And
then you like freaking zap the cloud, and then the cloud will sometimes have Pokemon in it, and you're like, better shoot that guy, and when you shoot him, you get him. The only bad thing is there's like a total of 5 different Pokemon you can capture. It's like Riolu, freaking Bronzor, and that's it.
And also like the things, the cloud
the
genie
Therian
men.
beasts. Yeah, I got all of them. That's how I got all of them. I have that game if you wanted to play it, and well, it's not really a game. It's just kind of like a way to get those things. I have Dream Radar if you wanted to like play it through and get those things.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I still need to like work on my frickin' whatchamacallit, like transferring things up through the bank.
Oh,
I mean, they like, it's like so hard to do it. Like after they made it, like in Diamond and Pearl, they made it so you just need to plug your previous game in, and then you went and caught them. Yeah. And then in the other ones, you needed to like find like I don't know if I've ever found the transfer lab, but you need to like find that, like have 2 DSs in 5, find that, have 2 DSs, and then move them over. And then in 6, that was when they're like, okay, you need to buy another piece of software, store them on the internet, then move them over to the game you want, and it's just like, they made it so easy in Gen 4. Maybe I was just more willing to screw around with stuff like that in Gen 4, because of how much I loved it. But, yeah. Like, ever since Gen 4, it's just like, I could transfer, but... I told you, it's gonna be like 30 minutes. It's gonna be 30 minutes.
We want to talk about Pokemon during freaking Sonic episode? What if we record Pokemon?
I don't fucking care. I'll talk about what I want.
I record Pokemon occasionally on my channel.
Atlas worked on this? What?
Atlas who?
They're another game company. I think... I want to say they're the ones that got a lot of shit for censoring the crap out of Tokyo Mirage Sessions.
Oh. I never played that.
I don't know. I think the censoring was really, really dumb. I mean, I understand that they wanted to be like, well, let's not make this... No, we gotta make this more kid-friendly, right?
Nintendo's like a kid one. Like,
well,
that's probably the most kiddish.
Still. It was like one of those things that they didn't want to like have like cleavage and too much, like a person's midriff exposed and all this stuff, but it was like, it was such a weeby game that like nobody who didn't want that sort of thing or was used to that sort of thing was gonna play that game,
There might be a kid out there who's like, hey, yay, I'm that Fire Emblem. I saw my poppy play that one time.
Fire Emblem isn't really like a small kid's game anyway. Like, you have to sit there, you have to think through it, and like, when they had Perma-death, at least back in the day when that was like, you needed to play with Perma-death on, I can't imagine there was like a lot of small children who was like, yes, I want to play, like, I want to spend an hour doing this map, only to, 2 turns from, like, victory, some, random shitling, respawns here, gets a crit on, my one unit that I've been building up, and then I have to decide, well, do I just skip it, or do I,
Even the characters I didn't care about, I still kept them alive, just because I felt bad. I was like,
Yeah.
They deserve to die for my cause. Probably, actually. Yes.
I mean, there was like one time, like in the original, well, like in the one that was like originally ported over here. Like one of my favorite characters was Urk, like the purple-haired mage guy.
I know what game you're talking about. I played that one.
He died in like the last mission against the last boss, and I was just sitting there. I'm like, I didn't swear, of course, because I was like yay high, but I was still just like one of those things where it was like along the lines of, fuck. I mean, I'm not gonna need him after this, and I mean, like, there's no reason to replay this mission because I'm never gonna need him again. I'm never gonna use him for anything again. But it still really irked me because then I get to the credits and they're like saying,
irked me.
oh yeah, I guess. But it just really bothered me because then like I got to the credits and they're like, they did this amazing thing after the war and they did that, and then they get to him and he's like, he died. I'm like, oh, I really would have liked for him to live. I'm actually very upset by this, but I mean, I beat the game and it's saved right before the mission, so I could replay it if I wanted to, but is there really any point because I've seen the ending? It's greatly distressed me.
Like, you had to think of the worst word to come to, like, your mind. You're just like, fudger nuggets!
Well, poopies! I don't know. I think I was in, like, high school at that point, but I don't think I was, like, big into swearing. Yeah, I was in high school because I remember talking to, like, this one guy at my lunch table about it. I, like, figured out how to recruit some things he didn't, and I thought that was, like, fucking awesome. Because the internet wasn't, like, huge when I was in high school. Or at least I think we might have been a little slow on the bandwagon. So, you know, it wasn't like I could just look up and see who all I could recruit how, but there was this one thing that I managed to piece together, right? And, you know, it, like, made complete and obvious sense to me. But then I was talking to this guy, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I recruited Jafar. And he's like, whoa, you can recruit Jafar? And I was like,
Who the heck is Jafar?
yeah, you can recruit Jafar. That's fucking great. I was like, I fucking love Jafar.
Isn't Jafar from, like, The Lion King?
No. Dude, no, you are so wrong. He's from Aladdin. And
I'm sorry.
And in Fire Emblem, he was from the one with, like, Lyn, Hector, and Alewood. And he was, like, an assassin that was, like, a bad guy, but you could recruit him.
Is that the guy that, like, ambushes you in the forest?
Yeah.
He's a freaking... I hate him!
It's one of those, once you got to know him more, it's like, oh, there's more to him than just being evil, but...
He did too many bad things to me, aka make me restart, like, midway through the level, because
I think you're thinking of a different guy, because you don't, like, fight him directly, but there's,
He's
like,
a
this one
nomad,
point where
I
he
think.
kills somebody. He kills, like, a major character, and you're like, oh man.
Is he, like, on horseback and have a bow?
No.
Okay,
He's an
I'm thinking of
assassin.
someone else, then.
He's, like, the up form of a thief.
This guy was in that game, and it's like the woods, and it's all foggy, so you can't see. And then all of a sudden, he just comes running out of the forest, like, hey! And he shoots you, and he does like 15,000 damage. It's like, bye-bye. Thank you for that, for running out of the jungle, all that. Bow, bow, bow. Goddamn.
You and him aren't so different. We are best friends. I'm gonna run. I'm not gonna run after you because you run faster than me, and then I'll feel bad.
What is his life now?
Yay!
Oh, he do Naruto now. He do Naruto.
He's got grappling hook.
What is he doing now with his life?
I mean, I think that'll largely depend on how this game is received.
Just like 3 years later, it was not well received, and he's just like sitting in his house drunk. Like,
Then again, I think, like, Sega does whatever the hell they want.
you can create a new avatar. Sweet.
I think they said you got, like, 14 or 15 slots once you beat the game, so you can make several avatars.
Oh, maybe in the next episode we can do this.
Maybe in the next episode we can play fucking Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yeah, probably. Wait, 90... What?
He's got, like, a room somewhere, and he's just, like, cowering in it. But yeah, no.
This doesn't look like all blue.
You don't own the oceans!
Screw you, yes I do.
Well then, I'm gonna take a pee, and when we come back we might do Shadow. Thanks for watching. Wow, you're a trooper if you actually sat through all this. Join us next time for some real edgy crap.